Hi everyone, so I can't believe I'm going to say this, but this video is actually going to be my hair removal routine. It makes me sound like a complete disgusting hairy monkey, but I'm not. I'm really not. But yeah, this is kind of the products and things that I like using to remove hair. I'm going to talk about different techniques, different types of areas, and different products of hair removal that I like. So I keep all my hair removal products in this bag. It's my hair removal kit, shall we call it, and it's just a see-through kind of kit. It came with some Veet products that I bought actually, and I keep everything in here because it's good, kind of dense, you know, easy to find really. So I'm going to start with legs because that's the longest. So on my legs, I don't ever really shave my legs anymore. I do a mixture of waxing or epilating. And if I have been very lazy and I've let my hairs grow long enough on my legs, which doesn't happen that often because I don't like having to let them grow, I'll use the Veet Easy Grip Ready to Use wax strips, which look like this. And I'm sure you've seen these before. They're just the ready-to-use wax strips. But I love the Veet ones because I love the shape of the strip with a round bit. They're just so much more easier to pull off and they really, really work. They're amazing. So if my hair has grown long enough, I'll definitely use those. It's a massive pack and I can kind of do both legs with one strip, you know, like the double-sided strips. So sometimes I wax and this is the only wax that I'll use. But most of the time, what I do is I'll wait for them to grow, I'll wax, and then I'll stay on top of it for a long time with epilating, unless I go away and I haven't had time to epilate. And the epilator I've been using up till not very long ago was the Braun Silk Appeal Wet and Dry Epilator, which looks like this. And I've made a video about it saying how much I loved it and everything. But it has stopped working. If anyone has got any of these has got this epilator, it's just stopped charging completely. I think maybe it might be the battery's died or something on it. But then I've got no idea how you change the battery. And I've tried contacting Braun and I haven't gotten anywhere. They've just not returned my emails, and when I've phoned, they just put you on hold for such a long time that I end up giving up. But this is a really, really cool epilator when it worked, because you can use it in the bath, so your pores are open, so it's less painful. It has a little torch here. If I turn it on, you'll be able to see. See that there? It has a little light which highlights where the hairs are. See, it keeps flashing like it's got no charge, even though it's been charged. I don't know, it's broken. I've only had it for a year and I can't find the papers of the guarantee of it, so I'm basically, I was going to say, but no, I won't say that. I'm basically screwed, shall we say. But it was a really, really nice epilator when it worked. But would I buy it again? I don't know, because I've been reading a lot of people who have problems with this epilator saying that it conks a lot, and I've had a problem where it just stops working. So I'm kind of a bit annoyed about that. So I was moaning about it to a friend of mine, and she said, oh, you can have this one. I've just bought a new one, and you can have my old one. And I kind of thought, oh, because mine was obviously a kind of newer epilator. This is an older model, and it's the Philips Satinel Soft, which looks like this, and this is one of those ones that you have to plug in order for it to work, I think. Yeah, it doesn't work if it's not plugged in. It's kind of one of the older ones, so the tweezers on it are a different kind of shape. They're a lot bigger, not as many of them, and it does move a lot faster. But this is really, really nice. In a way, I kind of prefer some things about it to the Braun one because it works so fast. And the other day I had quite a bit of leg hair, and I managed to do both legs in like 10 minutes because this rotates really fast, so it just grabs them really fast. Whereas with the Braun one, you have to go over the same area a couple of times till it grabs everything. And if I kind of epilate a couple of times a week, grabbing everything because I need my legs to be completely smooth, like I don't like anything on them, then I will epilate a couple of times a week. And this is actually a really, really nice epilator. I'm not sure how much this costs. I've got a feeling it's around the £40 mark, unlike the Braun one, which was 120. But I'll put all the info of that kind of thing in the description box so you can go and have a look at it. But if you're thinking of purchasing an epilator, I would say purchase this one because I think it's quite inexpensive and it is quite nice, and I'm quite happy with it at the moment. I look like I've got a microphone. I want to be like old fashioned, but I am quite happy with it at the moment. So this is a really nice buy. So that's what I do for legs. Then for my underarm area, I only ever shave. I don't use any other method of hair removal under my arms because they're really, really sensitive. I can't wax or anything. My skin's just too sensitive. And I use the the Gillette Venus razor. I think this is just one of the normal ones. It's a 5-bladed one. Always make sure you use a 5-bladed razor, and it's really nice. It has the kind of nice moisture strips, and you know, comes off quite easily. To change the head, some of them are a bit of a pain with that, but you can hang it in the shower thing, and it's just a really, really nice razor. And I use this I probably shave under my arms every 2 to 3 days just to make sure there's kind of nothing there, but this is a really nice razor. Then for my bikini area, I wax, and I use the Veet ready to use hair removal wax strips for bikini and underarm, which look like this, and they're the kind of really small little strips which I've shown in my video of how to get the perfect Brazilian wax, which I will link in the description box. So make sure you check the description box before you ask any questions. These are what they look like. They're really small. Rub them in between your hands. Absolutely amazing. But I do find with the bikini area that sometimes you don't some hairs are too small for the wax to grab, and in that case I'll just go in with tweezers. And I've got a few pairs of tweezers, but I keep these in my hair removal bag if ever I'm doing anything and something needs to get grabbed, the tweezers come out. And I also use, after I've removed hair, the Veet hair minimizing body moisturizer, which slows the hair growth down. It isn't amazing. If it's on offer, purchase it. But to be honest, I don't know if I'd purchase it again, but it does help on like bikini area and that kind of thing. On my legs, I don't really use it that often, but on bikini area, it does help really kind of slow it down. It doesn't necessarily slow it down as much as it makes it not grow back all at the same time. It kind of grows a bit patchier, which some people may like, some people may not. But that lives in my hair removal kit as well as the Veet ingrowing hair cream that lives in there too. And yeah, that's my kind of hair removal routine. Like I said, I shave under my arms probably 2 to 3 times a week, every 2 to 3 days really, and and legs I'll normally wax and then keep on top of it with epilating, so that lasts for ages. And bikini I'll probably do every 3 weeks. So yeah, if any of you have got any questions or you want to share your hair removal routine with me, I know it's a kind of really weird concept for a video, but I just thought it would be interesting because, I don't know, I'd find it interesting. So yeah, if you've got any questions or you want to share your tips and techniques with us, then put them in the comments below, and make sure to check the description box for everything that I have mentioned previously.